want him into these games because the more games he can appear in, the more chances he'll get to kind of work on it and figure it out. So, I mean, yeah, he did get through today's game pretty cleanly, but I just want to see that, game in and game out if possible. Because I just...
Yeah, with a little hiccup here and there, that's what we want to see. We want to see 8 good starts in a row and then one you know what I mean?
I jokingly, I think this was against Toronto, he was coming into the game and he was scuffling, especially with them, and I said, and here comes Craig Kimbrel, and then a bunch of people immediately flipped out on me, my haters.
That was so funny.
I know, and then he gives it up,
It was a good tweet, too. It was a funny tweet.
You could tweet David Price is good, and everybody would freak out.
I know.
They're like, what's wrong? What's going on? You're a piece of shit. I'm like, come on, guys. Just 90% of Terry's tweets are sarcasm.
Yeah, a lot of them. But
you just got to play the game and figure out which ones aren't.
Who's that guy that follows us? His name. He retweets our podcast a lot, and I think he's in his profile pictures, him and his mom or something.
Ethan?
Yes, I think that's who it is. Yeah, and I got old takes exposed. You know that profile, right?
They got you.
They did. They got me, and that's exactly what he said. Because
they got you?
Yeah, I said in April. I said Stanton won't hit 30 home runs this year, and I mean I didn't really believe that because, like Austin said, a lot of my stuff is sarcasm, but it was just a shot at the Yankees because he was struggling and whatnot. And then he gets his 30th today, so they went crazy with it, and it's got over 300 likes, probably close to 100 retweets by now. And then Ethan quotes it and tweets. He goes, "Terry, they got you, man." I'm like, I don't even feel bad about that one.
No, if anything, it helped us.
Yeah.
I love that Twitter. It's a really good Twitter.
Yeah, that's how you know you made it, Terry. There we go.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I think they've gotten me before, but I don't care because a lot of what I do is reactionary and whatnot. So, but
it's also just funny in general. They keep the running jokes going.
Yeah,
there's so many that they could get me for. I picked David Price to be, I think, top 10 in the Cy Young voting to start the year, right? Because I was a blind and I guess what do you want to call it? Naive kid. I was like, this is the year that he turns it around. I was like, all right, no, there's so many tweets that still.
I mean, technically, he could still finish there.
Not with a 3.9.
No, you never know. He could throw 3 shutouts his next 3, get that down to a 3.5, and all of a sudden he finishes 10th.
It is down to a 3.75, I think. So
yeah, there you go.
A little bit at a time, break by break. There we go.
That's it, one by one.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, MVP, hey, Cy Young voters, can we eliminate the Yankee starts? Besides the one.
Yeah.
No, just eliminate them all. It just helps all in general.
Yeah, just the 16 runs in 4 innings as opposed to the 0 and 8. Or what was it, 2 and 6?
Yeah, something like that.
Someone just hit a grand slam. Oh, and it was a walk-off.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm watching it live. I'm just slow.
Here we go.
Oh, no, it's Dan Bow. The Cubs.
Is that who it is?
Blew it.
Oh yeah, he's filling in for. He's the third baseman.
There's nothing better than when something gets spoiled.
I'm way behind. It's 2-2 now. Wow, I was sitting here. I was going to tell you guys. I'd be like, oh wow, oh what the fuck? ESPN. the headline switched to 4-3, but the delays. Oh, thanks ESPN. You're watching the Washington Nationals and the Chicago Cubs 4-3. I'm looking at the game 3-0.
Yeah.
That's pitch. Wild.
He's filling in for Bryant right now, and that's crazy.
That was Dave's live reaction and pure sadness.
I'm just so upset because I want to see it. Oh man, he got all of it. Oh, the catcher just immediately
left.
It? Oh, dead center. That hit 430.
Who was it?
Absolute missile. It was Dan Bout, I think. Boot? I don't even know.
Oh, is it the rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the guy who's filling in for Bryant at third base.
Yeah, third home run. Wow, dude, that was a moonshot.
I don't even have the volume up. I'm surprised I saw it, but I saw something get launched.
42 feet, 110 miles an hour.
Hmm.
The Red Sox tweeted Tyler Thornburg takes over in the bottom of the sixth, right? And I just want to like quote tweet it and just be like, Tyler Thornburg takes over ... the closing job.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I mean, I think you got to go with Brazier, really.
Yeah, he looks amazing. I mean, and I hope Chris, mentioning him last week, kind of help people dial in on it and see how good he's really been.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been really, really, really good.
Out.
He's given up, I think, 2 earned runs. His ERA is 1.32, something like that, and came in today in a huge spot. Bases were loaded and got the out. So. Definitely a good get. And the other thing, too, that we didn't mention, Travis Lakins has to be pretty close if they want to call him up. And then I think Durbin Feltman is where, high A right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
or he's in double A. Yeah, he's in high A. He's in high A.
Dave, he gets like a weekly mention at this point. Like, even when you're not here,
that's my guy. He's going to be good.
Mouth.
He's going to be on the 40-man roster in September. He's going to be called up, and I can't wait.
Yeah, and I think he really would only need to go as far as double A at this point to... I think he can get called up from Portland.
Triple A is where you send like old veterans and people basically that, in my opinion, that are just like lifelong minor leaguers at that point. They're not good enough to be on this 85 win 40-man roster, in my opinion. Basically,
yeah.
Like Lynn's never gonna start for us like for a whole season. Castillo's never gonna start for us for a whole season. People like that.
Yeah, and you're right. It's where those guys go, and it's where we have to kind of hide guys like Castillo if they accept being outrighted, and
Allen Craig.
The perfect example, in my opinion, is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Right? He just got out of Double A. He's in Triple A. He's not going to be in Triple A more than 2 weeks.
He'll be called up in September.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that burns any of his time.
No, because once September hits, the service time clock it's basically frozen.
So that they're waiting just for keeping that extra year of team control, which is smart. They're not winning, so why would they bother and make them go through the ringer and be like, listen, you're going from single A, double A, triple A, you'll be up in September, boom.
4 home runs, or home run in 4 consecutive games for Vladdy Jr. By the way,
and then
unreal.
I think with Vladdy, if they just wait like 3 weeks into April next season, they'll gain another year on his deal.
Right.
So
it's amazing how that works. Like you could pull up a whole schedule of it because you can lose 3 years of someone's like service time depending on when you call them up during the year.
Well, that's exactly what happened to Mookie. I mean, why did we call him up on a lost season like that?
And it's one of those things like we didn't exactly know what that he was going to be this, obviously, but
right.
I mean.
We would have had him through 2022, though, so kind of painful, really. But yeah. So I guess we're in good shape. We swept
85 wins.
Yeah, we swept Baltimore. Was it 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4 against Toronto? We've only lost twice, or no, just once in the month of August. So
we haven't lost a series since June 29th, which ironically is my birthday.
Yeah, and I think only 5 games we've lost since that Price start against Severino, because right after that we just went on an absolute tear. So, things are looking up, and we got a serious 2-game set against Philly here, and then. We're like the only team that dominates the Rays, by the way. I mean, the Yankees struggle with them, and they're above 500 by a few games. So, they
handled the Astros.
Yeah.
They've handled the Astros like all year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that could potentially be a tough series. I mean, you got to figure the law of averages, so hopefully they approach it serious.
They blow any average out the window with their crazy bullpen games and everything like that. I love Kevin Cash though. Like I'll say it every episode if I have to.
Yeah.
Fuck Kevin Cash.
It's Joe Madden 2.0.
That's why fuck him 2.0.
I know.
Joe Madden sucks though. I hate that guy.
Thank you. Love you. But yeah, no, I mean we're sitting pretty. I mean we're doing really well, and I mean we'll see what they do against the Phillies here, and then we go back to 3 and 4 game sets.
The measuring stick series.
I'm just going through just the MLB news. Logan Morrison, season-ending hip surgery. He was brought up a lot with us in the offseason, so good.
Yeah, happy we didn't get him in the offseason. Happy we didn't get him now. Happy we didn't get him at the trade deadline.
Yeah. And
think about how different this Rays team is from last year, basically. I mean, Morrison, Dickerson, Archer's now gone. First of all, Tyler Glasgow looks really good in a Tampa Bay uniform.
99 on the paint today. I was watching.
Fastball is sizzling.
And his K through 9, I think Carabas tweeted it, is just through the roof.
He's a good player. Austin Meadows is good too.
Yep, they got. I think I texted Dave when it happened. I was like, I texted y'all that they basically got a haul. The fact that they got Glasgow and Meadows, come on.
Yeah, right. Meadows is going to start next year for them, and Glanville is going to be their top 3 rotation.
Interestingly, in Miami, JT Realmuto said he'd be open to discussing a contract extension with the club.
Here you go, Terry. Yeah, only 2 Marlins starters from last year are still on the roster.
Yeah, but he was one of the ones that was demanding a trade. Yelich was, and he managed to get it, but they didn't deal him, and he was connected to a lot of teams at the trade deadline. Realmuto was, and did not get
Houston
dealt.
Predominantly.
So. Yeah, and also the Mets apparently have a couple of candidates right now for GM. They're talking to the Blue Jays assistant, Tony LaCava, I think is how he pronounces his name. And then from the Rays, they have a special assistant named Bobby Heck, which is a hell of a name to have if you're going to manage a team in New York. But so that just shows that they're pretty serious, and they're gonna go externally with their front office.
You need to have nobody with the connection of that organization.
Right. I even suggested burning down the stadium and starting over that way as well.
Starting over. It's not, it's just like when you find a spider in your house. Burn it down.
Yeah, just burn it down. Get rid of it all.
Yep. Start over.
Save the kids. Just save DeGrom and Syndergaard and leave everybody else in there.
That's it.
What about the NL West race? Can the Diamondbacks win that, do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly, there's about... Honestly, even the Giants are only 6 out. I mean, it's typical NL West,
Giants ain't doing shit, but... they can definitely win. The Diamondbacks, they're in first place right now.
Yeah.
The NL West is just glad the Padres exist.
Yeah, seriously. All 3 of those teams, the Dodgers, Rockies, and Diamondbacks, they all have a legit shot at winning the West, and it's
making noise when they get to the playoffs. Honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Any of those teams, those aren't easy outs. That's not a.
By no means.
By no means are those easy outs. And right now, if the season ended today, Philly and the Brewers are in the wild card game.
Yeah,
which is an exciting wild card game.
Just looking at that, like the Dodgers. Dodgers are only
St. Louis,
game out of the
all out.
Yeah, they're a game out of their division lead, but if they don't win the division, they're not in. If the season ended today, so crazy. They've lost 3 in a row.
The Cardinals are what? 5? Yeah, it says 5.5 back of the Central. And first of all, I don't know where they've been all year, but it's nice of them to wake up.
Yeah, they're only 2.5 back out of the wild card. The Cardinals.
Crazy.
That
roster too?
They underperformed big time to start the year. The Cardinals.
Yeah, because that's basically what allowed the Pirates and the Brewers to get the start that they did, and then the Pirates have finally realized that they're the Pirates again. 5 and 5
Yeah.
in the last 10.